This is one of those things that's hard to even figure out how to get into. It's safe to say that the coronavirus and everything associated with it has touched absolutely every one of us. And I think we're still trying to figure out what to do with that. There's enough with the news and the politics and the craziness associated with all of this that, I don't know, are you like me? I hit a saturation point different times each day depending on conversations or what I'm catching or reading. And it's wearing us all down, I'm sure. And quite frankly, I think we're all in agreement that we're just getting started with this. I know we'd love for it to be over and done quickly, but it's obvious that this is going to be going on for a little while. And we got to figure out how to cope with that. For me, one of the most notable things is my travel has pretty much stopped. And if you're familiar with any of my normal content, you know that so much of it is based on what I'm going and doing. I typically have 12, 15 trips a year. That's the basis of my content. And right now, I don't have a trip scheduled until August. And it's March. I'm not going to wait that long to put out some video content. More so just for my own sanity, that I have to have some kind of an outlet. And the more that I thought about this, the more that I just kind of made up my mind. I'm not going to get sucked into all the negativity. Maybe just for transparency's sake, last October 2019, I was diagnosed with depression. And I'm so thankful that I have got a great therapist, great family, a great doctor who are helping me navigate that. And I think something like this it'd just be too easy for it to be a catalyst to launch me deeper into the darkness. And I'm not trying to be melodramatic with that. It just is what it is. My main goal is to just not cave in to all the negativity, to all the doom and gloom, to the sadness side of it. I'm not denying that that's all out there. I know it is. I'm just not going to let it affect me to the point where I'm not functioning, especially when so many of us are cooped up in these self-quarantined and isolating kind of a situation. I understand the safety of it. I'm all about that. But that doesn't make it any easier. So rather than get on here and rant and rave and go off about certain situations, I have chosen to be a voice of positivity and a voice of encouragement. And I hope you find some here today. I've got a short list of things that I'm using for myself, and I hope that you find some encouragement in them as well. And the first one is this: stay connected. And I know that I'm certainly not the first person that you're hearing that from, but I'm already finding how important that is. Call your mom, call a sibling, call friends, call me. You know, I'll talk to you. That may seem incredibly weird. Here's my email address. Email me. We'll figure that out. I got no issue with that. I'm not even kidding. The next one comes from a little bit more of my own past, and that's just, please don't self-medicate. And maybe just hearing that, your brain went right to the thing that you know automatically where you would go to. Don't do it. Especially in these times when we're isolated and so much more alone. Don't self-medicate. There's just too much that can go wrong with that. Choose to be productive, not destructive. Now is not the time to go numb. Don't buy into that lie that that's going to make you feel better. I promise you, that's not going to make this any easier. It's just not. Thirdly, try something new. Read a book. Honestly, that's what I put this corner together for here in the basement of my house, is just so that I've got a quiet spot where I can go read a book. And for those of you who know me, maybe the bigger thing to say there is that I'm actually finishing books. Do something productive. Build something. Paint something. Get creative. It's so much better for you to do something like that. Channel your energies into something that's actually good than something that is destructive. And lastly, pray. Maybe like you never have before. Pray for your friends, pray for your family, pray for our nation's leaders, your local leaders, and everybody in between. When you think about the magnitude of this thing, gosh, what do we even call this? We've all heard about the times where something has affected our nation, Haiti, Paris, something terrible that happens in Africa. This is everybody. There may have never been a better time, a better poke to pray and pray and pray. Philippians 2:14 says to do everything without complaining or arguing. Now, to me, that sounds like a zero tolerance policy. It says everything. Everything. Not, it's okay to do this, just everything. Don't complain. Don't argue. Be positive. I know it's not always easy, but it's worth it. It's so worth it. Ephesians 5:15 and 16 says, pay careful attention to how you live, not as unwise people, but wise, making the most of the time because the days are evil. Psalm 90:12 says to teach us to number our days so that we may develop wisdom in our hearts. This could go on for a while, let's face it. There's still a lot of stuff that we're going to have to navigate with all of this. And I've got 3 final things to encourage you as I go. Be wise, be hopeful, and be safe. I hope that this has been some encouragement for you today. Hey, while you're here, maybe check out some of my other content. I've been doing this for a little while, and you can see what kind of stuff I do on a regular basis when there isn't a toilet paper shortage. If this has meant something to you, share it with a friend. Who knows? Maybe it will go viral. Yep, I went there.